Happy Monday, guys. So today's flow is going to be all about dynamic movement, just moving very big joints in our body in a way that is very functional. So we're going to start out with our hips. Put your hands on your hips and just bring them up to your chest and around. I've been having some hip issues lately, so I've been trying to really work on being mindful of my posture because we become so one-sided sometimes that our pelvis starts to rotate one abnormally against the other, causing a lot of imbalances in our muscles. So come to a standing position, raise your arms up overhead and back. Inhale up and exhale. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Let's step the right foot out to the right, and we're going to turn your feet out a little bit. We're going to lunge a little bit to the right and left, just trying to keep our spine perpendicular to the pelvic bowl. So being mindful of the weight over our ankles and making sure that the knees are tracking over your ankles. And just warming up our quads a little bit. Whoa, I almost fell backwards. 3, and 2, and 1. And from there, I want you to just keep your feet planted. Let's go ahead and do wallflower. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale. Bend your knees. Inhale up. And exhale, and inhale up, and exhale, and inhale up, and exhale, inhale up, and exhale, 2 more, inhale up, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Stay low, a little bit of sort of like a bar type of an exercise, making sure that the heels come in, that the knees stay right above your ankles. We're going to do tiny little pulses up and down, and it's going to burn into your hips, but it's very safe burn. So those of you who have limited ability to move your hips, stay up high. We're going to start to get some heart rate up a little bit, which is a good thing. 3, 2, and 1, and come up and bend all the way and have your hands right in front of you. And then this time, let's see if we can lower our hips as far down as possible and back up. And again, 2. Feel free, if you don't have this flexibility, to have maybe a chair right here do the same. 3, and 4, and 5, and you don't have to bring your hips down as far as I'm doing it. You can just be up here, just kind of stretching into the back side of your legs. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, pull up and out of your pelvis, and exhale. And see if you can grab the opposite elbow with the opposite hand, and just allow your upper body to just fold and drape over your legs. And I'm bending sort of the opposite knee, just to get a little bit more length out of one hamstring over the other. It feels really good for my hamstrings. And then place your hands down and roll yourself up. We're going to kind of continue to do the dynamic flow. This time I'm going to come to the top of the mat. We're going to move very slowly, but moving all the muscles in our body. So let's raise our arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull up and out of your pelvis. Palms flat, right foot back, left foot back. Lower your knees and very slowly come down onto your elbows, grazing your elbows right by your side, and pull up, gentle with your pelvis, and sink back, tuck your toes, lift your hips, into down dog. And feel free, if you have limited hamstring length here, to keep your knees slightly bent like I'm doing. 5. Dropping the opposite heel to the mat, alternating them and breathing into them, pressing through the palms of your hands, not just into the wrist, but into all 5 fingers. 3, and really activate your core. Press firmly with the palms of your hands and the fingertips to make sure you activate all the shoulder girdle muscles. Gaze forward. Bring your right foot forward and left. Inhale, pull up and out. Exhale, fold, keeping a slight bend in the knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale, pull up and out, palm flat. Right foot back, left foot back. Lower your knees, lower down slow. Pull up and sink your hips towards the heels. Lift your knees and pull back, down dog, nice and slow. Moving slow with the breath. This is so good for detox, metabolism, anti-inflammatory, everything that we need. And flushing out the toxins out of our joints and our muscles requires a lot of dynamic movement anyway. So this is probably a very good thing for you. It's just be patient with yourself and bend your knees. Gaze forward, right foot forward and left. Inhale, pull up and out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. One more, just like that. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale, pull up and out, palm flat. Right foot back, left. Lower your knees, bend your elbow down, pull up and push back. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. And sink your heels, alternating heels down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees, gaze forward, right foot forward and left. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. Let's sink our hips into a chair pose. Sink our hips, arms raise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull up and out. Palm flat, right foot back and left. Lower your knees, lower down slow, pull up. And sink your hips back towards your heels. Lift your knees, left heel in, right foot forward, strong arms. Move slow, deliberately. Raise your arms up overhead and down toward the floor. Right foot back, lower your knees again. Slow down, keeping your elbows right by your side. Pull up, sink your hips back towards your heels, tuck your toes, lift your hips, right heel in, left foot forward. Arms up overhead, gaze up, and lower down slow. Left foot back, knees down, lower down slow. Pull up and place your hips back towards your feet. Lift your hips and down dog, making sure that the palms and the fingertips are carrying even amount of weight, that not all your weight is into your wrists. That can create a lot of issues. And really, instead of sinking into the ground, if you can push actively through the fingertips and the palms of your hands, keeps you honest and really activate the core to do their part so that you're not sinking into the floor. Gaze forward, bend your knees, right foot forward and left. Inhale, pull up and out of your pelvis. Exhale, fold, sink your hips, raise your arms up and back. We're gonna do one more just like that. Sink your hips, arms raise up, and fold over, palms to the mat. Inhale, lift, palms flat, right foot back and left. Lower your knees, lower your elbows, pull up, Push your hips back, tuck your toes, lift your hips, left foot, left heel in, right foot forward between your hands. Raise your arms up overhead, keeping your pelvis straight, square toward the front. Bring your hands down by your right foot back, lower your knees, grazing your elbows by your side, gentle pull up into extension, pushing firmly through the palms of your hands. Sink your hips back, lift, right heel in, place your left foot between your hands, and come up, strong legs, gaze up, squaring your pelvis toward the front, palms down, right foot back, lower your knees, lower your elbows slow, pull up, and sink your hips towards your feet. Lift your knees up, sink your heels, alternating them side to side, and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees all the way down. Inhale, cat and camel. Sink your belly. Exhale, tuck and scoop. And inhale, pull up and out, shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale, tuck and scoop your tailbone. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So let's reach a little bit forward with our hands. We're going to sink back into child's pose, not down dog, child's pose. And then push your pelvis forward, all the way down and back. We're going to do that 5 times. There's 1. Inhale forward, exhale back, 2. Inhale forward, exhale back, 3. Inhale forward, exhale back, 4. And last one, inhale forward, exhale back. And stay here a minute. Sway your hips side to side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One last breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And with your palm on the mat, place your pelvis forward and stretch your knees further back. Come all the way onto your belly. Place or stack your palms one on top of the other. Place your forehead onto the backs of your hands, keeping the shoulders down and away from your ears. You're going to slowly start to lift your right leg up and down, keeping the pelvis down on the mat. You're going to go ahead and inhale to prepare and exhale, lift your right leg and down. Inhale and exhale, lift your left leg. Not even so high, but I don't want you to super arch your back as you lift your legs. I want you to be very mindful of activating your core musculature, which means you're going to draw the navel to the spine and keep those muscles activated. And then after this one, we're going to raise both legs up. Ready? Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift and down. Inhale and exhale. Please make sure that you're not lifting your legs too high. Because if you do, guess what's going to happen? You're going to compress the low back. And make sure you're drawing the navel to the spine so I don't feel anything in my back. I feel a lot of core, a lot of glutes. 5, inhale and exhale. 6, inhale and exhale. 7, inhale and exhale. 8, 2 more, inhale and exhale. Make sure you're not feeling it in the low back. Just do the best you can. You don't have to lift your legs up too high. On this one, we're going to hold it. 3, 2, 1, down. Palms, right palm right under the left shoulder, left palm right under the left. And then you're going to go ahead and push up, but keeping the back of your neck nice and long. So you don't even have to go up that high if you have low back issues. So you can Suck up or pull the navel to the spine, shoulders down and away from your ears, and you're gonna pull up, stretching responsibly, coming onto your knees and press back into child's pose. Take a deep breath in, sway your hips side to side, get a good stretch on either side of your spine. And back. Tuck your toes down, lift your hips up, right foot forward and left. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. This is a functional test that I want you to just challenge yourselves. Looking straight forward, see if you can sink your hips all the way down and come onto your bum. And sit here like that. Everybody should be able to do that functional movement. But the truth is, even as we teach the yoga classes here, not everybody has the flexibility in their hips and their knees to do that. Particularly if you have a chronic disease, we have inflammation in our body, so much so, it stiffens our joints up. It's why I show up every Monday to show you ways to sort of get the kinks out. I found that yoga infused with Pilates is the best exercises, that combination, to get yourselves stabilized, properly postured, and gain enough flexibility to where you can be functionally optimal. I've done that for myself, so I encourage you to just not get frustrated, but show up every Monday to join me with the sequences that I have for you. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, place your hands behind you. I want you to have your fingers away from you. Open your chest up and gaze up and open your chest and back. Inhale and exhale. Push, push, push. And down. Inhale and exhale. Lift your pelvis. Lift your chest up toward the ceiling and back. One more. Inhale and exhale. Lift. And back. Good job. Extend the right heel away from you. Keep the left heel toward your groin. Twist over to the left side. Start to bring your right hand near the right ankle. Lift your left arm up. Stretch away from the left sit bones or the left pelvis. I'm going to choose to bend my elbows and go a little bit further, making sure that my left hip is rooted down onto the mat. Pulling away, stretching into my left torso, taking a deep breath in, and exhale. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Responsibly stretching into that stretch, and come back. Good job. Bring the opposite heel, right heel, into your crotch. Extend the left heel away from you, toes up. Twist over to the right side. Reach the left hand in front of the left ankle. Lift your right arm up. Stretch up and away, keeping your right sit bone down onto the mat. Lift and open. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. I'm going to choose to bend into my elbow. Stretch further. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the other heel in. If you can keep the soles of your feet together, that's fine. If you can't, you can have one ankle in front of the other. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Leaving the left hand on the floor. Lift your right arm up and bend to the left side and do the exact opposite and back. Lift up and bend and back. Lift left arm up and bend. Okay, you guys. Any chronic illness, particularly any autoimmune conditions, can keep us in a limited perception, like that we can't do a lot of things. And that's when you have to just say you will and you can, and I promise you will regain your function back. So this is all possible. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys next Monday.